As the 70s roll in, stability around the world has never been as shaky. Interplanetary alliances join together to seek ideological supremacy across both planets. Cultural shifts are uprooting norms that have been in place for centuries. Technological shifts have been changing how the world itself functions. As these shifts occur, life continues in the Seedbearer region, where a seemingly random group of people have come together to try and make sense of the nonsensical. This is Hazeltown Story.
Hello. It's been a while. Due to various things outside of our control, we've had to take kind of a break that was not intended, and I couldn't really think of anything to kind of fill in, so just kind of went on a break. But we're back, and we're still in the process of revamping our systems and also doing a few more combat tests to make sure that everything, and we're doing this another test, especially because of the real big revamp that we just did, and just doing another test to make sure that everything's working, and also because also these are kind of easy to do. This is going to be us mostly setting up a combat test. We're going to get into it as well. But first off, before we actually start, we gotta. I'm kind of going in. I just closed one of the tabs. We're going in with this going to be a little bit loose because just trying to figure out what we kind of want to make sure to test, because there's a few things. So last time, I believe that one of the things that we wanted to specific test, because it is not something that has come up that much, because the one time you fought a person that could use magic, you killed them in 2 hits. So the opponents this time are going to be a little bit more magically oriented, and I know that was one thing. Was there anything else that we wanted to kind of cover? Because this one, we're going to do this another going in knowing that they're hostile, because we kind of discussed that a little bit before we started recording, because I feel like if we're going in like this, especially if we're doing combat, it kind of having some potentially friendly NPCs kind of makes things a little bit complicated, and there's no real need for that. But regardless, that's it for that, I guess, for that little preamble. So I guess another question for the group in general is, because now that we've actually done a number of, or now that we've made a number of changes, is there what characters specifically did you all want to use?
That's a good question.
So I feel like I can kind of orient things around that.
Should we introduce ourselves first?
That actually might help.
Hi, I'm Carnival. Don't get COVID.
I'm Deathmatcher 780. I played Remnant while we were gone.
And Torpo is currently away from the mic.
That's Torpid. He's eating food.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm TorpidTypist, and I ain't done shit.
All right.
I also forgot I was muted.
All right. So now that we have, because there was a lot of remake, and there was a number of characters that have changed, so you're kind of up in the air for depending upon who you'll kind of want to try out, unless you're Torpo, in which you only have 2 choices.
I guess I'll give Claudia a run.
And it's do we want to do a low-level run, or do you want to do a mix, or do you want to do your high-level characters?
I'm going to play Saskia.
Okay. So those are 2 relatively low-level. Although Saskia has at least leveled up once, I think.
Yes.
I had to check, actually, if this was the new thing, because I couldn't remember if we changed anything up. Oh, right, because we had to change. We changed Vox and Clairvoyance to be the fact that magic is now just you get 2 skills. Trying to remember also the changes that I made myself. So, also I need to remember what EXP triggers are now, because that's now different.
To be fair, since this is a test run, that's probably not as important.
Yeah, but you'll still get XP from it. Anyway. Torpo, who are you thinking of doing?
Since we're going pretty low, I'll go with Queen.
All right. Which is going to be fun with Saskia, but
Also, because Saskia covers some of the stuff that Ravi already does, and Queen has one of the very much overhauled classes, so...
Oh, that too. Yeah, because now that the rogue. I appreciate your... I forgot what your weapons were for Queen. Which were your primary, which is feet. Your holstered, which are feet and socks, and your concealed, which are feet and shoes.
Ah, I see. This is Jerry Han.
Perfect.
I don't think Queen has a group that is just dedicated to her feet.
You don't know that?
Oh,
I'd also
damn it,
rather not
close
know
out
that.
Roll20. Ugh. I love web browsers. All right. So, I guess with that, I will keep it relatively tame then. So, here's gonna be the gist of what
Also,
I got. Go ahead.
Really quick, you forgot the names of the weapons too.
Oh yes, obscene mage mashers, clothed mage mashers, and decent mage mashers. I actually did not notice that.
I forgot I did that.
All right. So, here is what I got for you this time. If those are the characters, or actually, before I continue, so Torpo, you're playing Queen.
Yep.
Carnival, you're playing Claudia.
Yep.
DM, you're playing Saskia.
Yeah.
All right. So, with that, I guess we can just go ahead and kind of go with the flow of how this one's going to work. So, it is going to be a little bit similar to the one we just did, except a little bit more expansive, just to kind of get you some more practice in various other things. So, what I got for you this time is you are going to be working with Libra again, or rather, you got a request to do a little bit of reconnaissance. There was a prototype underground clinic that was developed, like, let's just say, much like the military base / quarry last time. This is going to be another one of those cases where a group it is basically a group that is known as Andromeda, that is naturally a spin-off of Cassiopeia, has basically gotten access to the use of what was essentially a prototype underground hospital. Basically, this council was trying to experiment with underground buildings, and they tried to do this underground hospital. It didn't work the way they thought, so the land couldn't really be used for anything else. So this kind of test area exists still, and it's in kind of a remote area to kind of keep it a little bit hush-hush. So it's kind of useless once they kind of decided not to do it anymore. So they just let it be used for public, or not public, but let it be used for, like, hey, if anyone needs this, wants to use this, they go ahead. The current holders of this is this Andromeda group that, by outside viewing, is kind of doing the same thing that Cassiopeia is doing. You know, kind of, let's just say, for lack of a better term, the New Age, kind of trying to get in touch with extraplanar beings through various chemical methods.
I love this bunny.
Yeah, and basically, there, as far as, like, you can tell from the outside, that everything seems to be on the level, at least as level as Cassiopeia is, who is allied Cassiopeia, which is allied with Libra. This new Andromeda group is not necessarily, they're kind of split off and they kind of want to be there on their own thing. However, there's been recently some intel that's come across Libra's desk. Also, you get, not only do you get a request to look into it from Libra, Toby has also requested that he is somewhat concerned about what is going on in this facility, because the thing with the facility is that since all the people there, it's not that big of a group. It's around 12 people.
that is currently living actually in this thing because it was a full hospital. It's not like condemned level of like not working. It's just it didn't feel like it was scaled properly. So everything's working in there. So people are living inside this.
I hope
Little
it's not
complex.
condemned because I don't feel like beating up the homeless today.
Well, we'll see how that works. We'll see how
Hell yeah,
goes
let's
later
beat up the
on.
homeless.
Or at least some squatters.
Are they being driven mad through vibrating hubcaps?
Well, you'll have to find out. There also might be a bear in there for some weird reason.
A really fucking big bear.
But yes, there is some concerns about what's going on. Andromeda will not like they know the people that are in Cassiopeia. They know DPass that they know if they're trying to poke around, then that they're gonna kind of they're trying to keep it so that they're not suspicious that something's happening.
Keeping it hush hush.
Yeah. So you have a couple choices, which I'm feeling I know which choice you're going to take because that's how we're doing this combat test. There is either going in forced, or there is attempting to trying to like become one of the people there, or
That
you
shit
could
takes
just break
weeks.
in. So our choices have been made, and you decide that hey, actually, it's going to be a little bit more complicated to try and join in. Let's just forget all that for now, and we'll just kind of do a good old B&E. So
to be fair, Queen is not built to act.
yeah, no.
So,
It is a you look at you pull out the your character sheets in the pocket, realize no one is going to do this well. So
No,
look,
you
I got better shit to do than pretend to be a cultist.
Yeah, no, everyone's got the dossiers out of all their other two teammates. It's like, okay. Yeah, we
Yeah.
know where this is gonna
Look, I'm on loan.
Oh.
My job isn't to pretend anything. My job is to hurt things.
Yeah, I mean, like, I could just thought about why each person's there. Like, Claudia's the break-in expert. Saskia knows magic fit shit, so she would probably be able to identify stuff. And then Queen, I'm guessing there's because on the side, Libra asked Bobby for someone who could, when you can nudge anything bad they found in there.
something like that.
Yes, and Queen is specialized in anti-mage.
Also,
Yeah.
Queen's worked with them. Well, I guess
she
technically has
hasn't.
worked with them before. Well, not in lore, or not.
No.
In,
Not in canon.
yeah.
The idea behind this is yes, she's specifically on loan because an anti-mage.
Yep. Okay. So, before you actually go in, these, because it has been decades since this was probably a project that started in like the 30s or 40s. Once like, let's just say nuclear weapons started to come into play. That these things have become declassified. Like all of the like information about it, namely plans and well, more important for you, layouts have been available for you. So roughly what the layout was intended to be.
Thank God for the library.
Yes, that is probably where you got it as well.
That's where they tend to have those sorts of things on file.
Yep. So you have a rough understanding of what's going on. So I will be able to. There is not going to be anything there, which also is why I have the full maps in Roll20. Okay. So let me just kind of explain the layout of what you're dealing with. This complex was originally in the middle of a forest. It was intended to be discreet. Like it was intended as like, hey, if you're a local, you probably might know where this is. If you were just like going into this area blind, like say an invading force, it would not be as easy to find. So it is in the middle of a forest. It is in the middle of a forest. It is about, let's say, it's a couple miles outside of like Oakbrook. So it's like a 20-minute train ride to get to the relative area, and then maybe like a 10-minute commute to it. You will have to travel here by like there is like a dirt road going to it, but it is like not there is no like you're gonna have to hoof it there.
because there's no reason to go there at this point, outside of if you're this one group. You could get to it via like truck or something, but
Yeah, I was gonna say, are there dirt roads or?
yeah, you could get it. It is opening. So, you enroll 20, but let me just kind of describe my wonderful drawing, and let me actually probably explain what's going on. That green squiggle shit those are trees. Which actually, are you all seeing basically a couple boxes in like the green squiggles?
No, you didn't change maps.
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, how do I do that?
So when you go up to like the top of the screen, there should be a little like pull down that it's like a red thing that gives the list of the different maps that you have.
Yeah.
You got to then pull the token over that says like the players over to the one that you want us to see.
Oh, why would you do that? Oh, this is actually going to be a problem because I don't. Oh, can it scroll? Oh, hold on. There we go.
Oh my god, it's beautiful.
You can see my spaghetti drawing.
No,
You got
don't
the
feel.
squiggles and you got the squares.
This is
Okay.
my maps in Roll20. Yeah, no, don't feel bad.
Okay, so you're all seeing a bunch of squiggles. The green squiggle, those are the trees. It is basically a C shape that is going this complex. There are right at the opening of the C. There are two squares or two rectangles. These are essentially meant to be for entry gates. So like someone to like watch anyone who's coming in, and there probably would be a gate there. You see all these little like rectangles here. These are like very short little stone, like they're almost like if you could imagine like a foxhole or like a bunker. Like they're like stone, they're like meant to like be resilient. That the there is a big square in kind of the center. This is kind of meant to be like a triage area. Yeah, whoever is clicking in the middle of that one is kind of an area that is meant to be just open so that if there is like a triage that needs to happen, that you can get an immediate look at. There is also a rectangle to the left of that, which is kind of in the back part of the sea, which that is just another. There's like just open rooms there. There's no. It was kind of meant to be auxiliary rooms that can be used as needed. There is a square in the bottom left. That is actually a transport to storage. There is a giant freight elevator and staircase that leads down to essentially a basement. Which
Hell yeah, I fucking love freight elevators.
Yeah. So you have another freight elevator. And the rectangles at the top and bottom are actually basically covers for elevators and stairs that lead down to the underground hospital itself.
How many floors is the hospital?
So you have so they started small. So you have essentially a clinic that's one floor, and then you have 30 rooms that people can stay in. And then there's the basement there. So if you count the ground at like the ground floor as a floor, there's 4.
Okay. So
And then
B1's 2 and 3.
Yeah, I figured we'd move on to 2 and 3 once that becomes relevant.
Yeah, no, I wanted a confirmation of what we're dealing with.
What's the square down the bottom left?
That is a freight elevator that goes directly to storage, which is the 3rd floor effectively, or -3 depending
B3.
upon how you want to do it.
Just call it B3.
Yeah, B3. All right. So, I am going to take a wild stab and say you want to do this at night.
Yes.
Oh, look at this smart guy.
No, Claudia wants to challenge. Yeah. No, we're
Claudia
playing
doesn't get any say in this shit.
Okay.
Claudia's gonna get menaced if Claudia tries to pull shit during the day.
Bobby told Queen or any lip.
You cut out a little bit for that one.
Bobby told Queen not to let them give her any lip.
But yeah, no, we're going in at night.
Of course.
Claudia's brazen, but not stupid.
All right. So, with that, how do you want to go into this? Like, you approach the road, and I guess you'll be like approaching the complex. So how do you want to do this?
I figured Claudia could at least, before anyone else, just give the once over.
True, Claudia could scope it.
Yeah, so
So right here, okay, it's long click. So right here, this is like the only entrance, and I know there's like a little like lip back here that it looks you can do, but that's not really feasible.
A lot of shrubbery there. Real pain in the ass. The undergrowth
Right.
here is a real
No, I
bastard.
guess in theory, since it's just surrounded by trees and probably not a whole lot of fencing, you could just go in from the trees.
I was also gonna say I've got the smoke cloud utility ability. I could just woof.
Look, I'm just reminded of when I was a kid. Out behind our first house, there was a bunch of woods, and I went exploring there with some friends, who got a shitload of poison ivy, and that's how I learned I was immune. But when I came back, I noticed that my ankles were shredded to ribbons by all the thorns.
Yeah,
The
that's,
undergrowth.
that sounds about right.
Oh wait, no. I got turned invisible as a wizard is a wizardry ability, so let's just do that and let's go.
Okay.
Actually, while she's doing that, Saskia is going to cast Detect Life.
Okay. Actually, that is a point because I want to check something real quick. Because right now Saskia does not have a. She's got to think about something. Okay. So if I remember, so is Saskia and Mr. Snuffles?
Yes.
Okay. So I did because it was like, oh right, you don't have technically a corporeal form, but you do have your familiar, which that will count. Weirdly enough, but
With the really cute backpack.
okay. So with that being said, Carnival, you need to because what it is 2 stress, I think.
Yep, 2 stress, but it's an all success. So
Yeah, but you still gotta take the stress
right.
because it's like, it was, how do we want to take care of that?
Very carefully. Next question.
Actually, that's a good point. How do I create tokens for you guys?
You should be able to like copy and paste them.
Oh, can I just do? Wait, hold on. It has been. Oh, here we go. That. Okay, there's that. Okay,
But I still
don't.
have movement.
What was that?
I was saying I still can move it, so
Okay. So well, I don't have one for Queen, so you're gonna just be Aravia, just so I know who's who.
No, that's fine. That's okay. I
we go.
understand. Jerk.
I mean, I could import. Wait, actually, wait. Why is it not bringing them up? Excuse me, as we learn roll 20.
Relearn
Oh, you
roll
have
20.
to set it here. Actually, that's weird. Why can hey DM? Can you set yourself as either Bobby or Nellos? There
Yep.
we go. Oop. Come on. Okay, there. And I guess technically you should be at 13 if I do this. Because yeah, yours 15, 13. What is your health? Or actually, I can just tab here. 5 out of 5. Okay. Okay. If I do this, does it show? Okay, that does show. I'm also shrinking. No. There. Okay, and then as I set up Torpo, what is your stats as queen? Let's see, 8 and 10.
Yep.
8, 10, 10. Oh, actually, it does that too. Oh, that. Oh. Okay, you know what? Nope, we're not going to do this. 10, 10.
You got this. I
Wait.
believe in you.
There. And Saskia, what is yours? 5 and 15. 5, 15, 15. Also get Saskia. Just so I can remember that, even though it's going to be nigh unlegible. There. Okay. So, you all are right here. So, Claudia, you're going invisible. And, wait. Oh, never mind. Okay. And Queen, Saskia is doing Detect Life. Claudia is turning invisible. Now, what is the... Hold on, let me check to see what is Detect Life. Actually, where is Detect Life?
It's under Clairvoyance.
Okay, that is a clairvoyance utility. Okay, so before you do that, are you kind of just standing like at like where were you thinking of standing for this? And by that is where's Mr. Snuffles?
Snuffles is standing just out of sight, but somewhere where he can see the gate.
Okay,
He can hide in the bushes, no problem.
yeah, you should be able to. Okay, so how about we do this? From what you can tell, you can at least tell that there is someone over here.
Alright.
Except also they are not friendly. Well, I really should have made it so that it starts on neutral. So you can see someone in that there from there.
Snuffles takes a big sniff, and then Saskia rasps out, "There's someone to the right of the gate."
Hmm.
I mean, it makes sense they'd have a guard.
Yeah. I guess since I'm invisible, Claudia's just gonna sneak up, go in there, and just walk on and just get inside there and go try and I don't know, tie him up.
Also, should point out that you'd probably expect, because I didn't show doors, but doors are like open in the back.
Perfect.
Okay, so you're going in through that.
And
So I am debating, because the thing is that you're trying to sneak in through the bushes, correct?
me? No, I'm just gonna walk right in because I'm invisible.
Oh, right, yeah. So you're going front. So you're going like from like oh, whoops.
And just
I'm in wrong mode.
here and just walk right over, walk
Yeah.
right behind there and just go and
Okay, so you're just okay. So you're going just kind of walking there. There is of course no nothing that could like throw you off. But so what exactly are you planning on doing once you get to the back door?
let's see, so I guess once I'm in the back door, I'll just start fucking with stuff to make him think his tech is going weird, since since he's just pull some wires here, make some lights go off until he's completely starts tripping, just can't even not even knowing what's going on.
Okay, so you're going to fiddle with, because I imagine there is some sort of like electronics box.
Yeah.
Okay. So you need to do an action roll for that.
Sabotage.
Naturally. Since you are in control, like there is no reason why you wouldn't be. It is a fairly rudimentary, like there's nothing really like complicated about it. It might be a little dodgy, but it's nothing complicated. So I would say stance is controlled. I would say your effect is probably normal, because if anything, it might be a little bit outdated than you're used to.
All right.
So
Not gonna
I would
push, 'cause I
just
got 2 dice already, so let's see where it goes. All right, a 5. That's a big success.
okay. So you rolled a 3 and a 5, which also take your was it 1 stress?
No, I
Or
didn't.
push?
I
Oh, you
didn't
didn't.
push.
Oh, you didn't push. Okay. So what you do is you kind of try and poke at what you're doing, and you do manage to cause something to go a little like you see the lights go a little dim, but as you kind of poke around with it, you're trying to have a little bit of is a little complicated that you're trying to poke around because the stuff's a little like old. And in doing so, you do end up making a little bit of noise, but you do also dim the thing. So the person is the guard there is basically kind of goes out the door. They are actually let's just say for the sake of easy explanation, let's say they're actually wearing some sort of hood, and like they're obscured their body, and you see them kind of come out of the thing kind of a little confused, looking directly at the box. But they're also somewhat a little alarmed that something that like you just kind of hear it like matter. It's like, I just looked at this thing like a couple hours ago.
All right. While he's distracted, I'm gonna just see. Is there any documents or anything in there that?
Nothing out of the ordinary. It's just pretty much like there are some magazines he's reading. Nothing like weird.
Damn. How dare this guard not be reading porn on duty?
Yes,
And that's something you can just kind of take a cursory glance and just see it.
action for the others to get in easy, or do I need to do a little bit more?
They could try and walk in, but I guess while I was distracted, they could try and like go in. So I don't know if Mr. Snuffles could probably get by pretty like sneaking underneath the window, and then Queen would have to maneuver or whatever around it.
I mean, I do also have the stealth tunic, but also I could just kick the shit out of the dude while he's distracted.
Wait, hold on. Do you have the stealth tunic?
I rewrote it, but yes.
So thing about stealth suit is that note you need to be. It is a skulker exclusive.
Oh, I am the rogue. That's right.
Yeah, so you don't get that.
Okay. No, that was before when she was still the skulker that I had that. I completely
Yep.
forgot about that. That's fine. Either way, I still just want to kick the shit out of him while he's distracted.
So first I'm going to make you do an action roll to get to him.
Okay. I guess that would be maneuver, wouldn't it?
That would be probably the best case. Normal, and considering he's occupied, you're in a kind of controlled situation, and also, I would say your effect is probably, I mean, I'd say great, or whatever the above normal is.
Okay, so that would be. I want to make sure. I guess I could. I'd apply. Are you talking to me?
Let's see. Let me read. Let's see. Are you talking to me? Where's Queen? Which one is that?
That is the starting ability for the rogue. Add
Talk to me.
passive. Add +1d to action rolls regarding attacks made with concealed weapons, and if I remember correctly, fists/kicks are considered concealed.
They are.
So.
Well, first off, you got to make the maneuver roll.
Yeah, I know. I'm just mentioning that too.
Yeah,
But,
once you get to
Hey!
punching, you rolled a 6 and a 5. So you make it there, and you get the drop. Like, you are able to get to him while he's poking at the weird box thing. So
oh
do your
right, I
attack.
forgot it. Oh, that's right. I have added effect to maneuver rolls. Not that it mattered for that one, but So, quick question: when it says athletics training, when it says action roll at like boosts, what does that mean specifically?
That means you get a +1d whenever you use one of those 3. So
Oh, okay, good. Because
yeah, this is going to be messy.
let me smash.
Because you're rolling 5.
Yeah.
Yes,
No.
yes, you are.
Yeah, I am. So once again, what's the position?
Your position is controlled.
Okay. Effect great or standard?
Actually, how about it's going to be risky? Because you're right in front of them. It's going to be risky. Great.
Okay. Let's see. Risky, great. 5. Let's see how this rolls. Hey!
You got 3, 2, 6, 5, 2. So you land your successful hit.
Okay, but it's better because I know Kung Fu. So on full success, my kicks hit twice.
Yeah, he's dead. Oh, okay. He is incapacitated. So we're just gonna. I should have made a version of this that was like a grayed out. So we're gonna just. We're not gonna copy it. We're gonna delete it.
Just come waltzing out of the woods and axe kick that fucker.
So there you have incapacitated this guard.
Is his spine supposed to bend like that?
Claudia shrugs.
Saskia just
not
looks
my
at
problem.
the body and doesn't say anything. Also, I believe with the new XP triggers, you get 2 XP now for both your archetypes.
Hold on.
Those were not criticals. Those were
those are not criticals. Those were just plain successes. Critical if you rolled 2 6s.
I see.
Yep. It's also really great because my kicks hit really hard for 2 damage and also ignoring 1 armor. It's beautiful. But yeah, no, that.
Yep, that worked.
Queen kicks him a little bit like, yep, mission accomplished. Let's fucking move.
So now that you've dispatched the guard, that is the only one that you knew of at that point.
I guess we head downstairs then. Do we want to go in through the freight storage and work our way up, or just
freight elevator will make a lot of noise. So
I will also say one thing. Due to the layout of the area, that it is a little more complicated because you can only go down to the. So you'd have to go to B3 and then back up versus if you did the other way. You can technically go down to all. You can get to access to every area from that, but so actually that would be a thing to contend with. The freight elevator would probably be noisier, but you're going to go into more obscure areas through that way. But it is going to make noise.
Could also be a jackass and send it down, but going through the top.
You could also do that.
Ooh, that sounds like fun.
Sure.
Yeah,
Alright.
okay. Queen walks over to the elevator and slams the buttons before hopping back out.
Okay, so the freight elevator goes down. Well, that should be this one.
Oh, I apologize.
So these entrances are the way you go down, and they are kind of enclosed. As you kind of go by, and I'll just kind of save you some trouble. As you kind of go by, there are some openings, like there are some windows in these little center areas. You can see some stuff there, but it's dark in there completely, and it doesn't look like there'd be anyone like sleeping. What is this?
Look, I got paid
Oh,
enough to not
you're
give a shit
upstairs.
about stealing stuff. Let's go.
Okay,
Souvenirs.
That's you problem, not a me problem.
okay. So your choice is: do you want to go from up or top, or up, top or bottom?
Let's go
I-
here.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter.
Sure.
They do also go to the same area effectively, but
It's just where you enter.
yeah.
I appreciate you putting the label stairs in tiny text.
Oh, there.
Now we know those are the stairs.
There we go. All right.
wait. Why are there 3 different stairs labels, all of differing size?
There, now there's only 2.
I didn't know how to delete the first one.
Neither is the same size. The top is larger than the bottom.
That
It's
I-
stairs
We're going down the stairs.
Stairs.
okay, which one are you going down?
The one that we're by.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, time to move everyone down to. Let's see. Do the tokens transfer is the question.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Nope.
No.
They do not, but also you can see this is the original area that I was working on because
It's
The map
actually
is-
complicated.
yes.
It's also labeled in everything.
Okay, hopefully I can do. Can it? Okay, does it keep? No, it does not keep anything.
No, because Roll20 is
Okay, let's just
Garbage.
keep it in. Let's just keep it in the. Well, you each get your token.
Large enough to fill the entire bathroom.
Also, we're coming down here.
Yeah, you're down here. Also, gonna make it more proportional. There we go. Okay, so who wants to?
Oh god, I gotta zoom in so far. Oh sweet Jesus.
Trying to also think of how someone do me a favor and let's see who wants to do a percentage die roll.
I'll do it.
Sure, I'll fucking do it. No, DM, you got this. You do this.
46.
Okay. How about we do?
I like that none of them are the same size.
Well, it's because there's no. Okay. I'm just trying to keep track
Look,
of.
man, I will have you know Queen is a solid 5'8".
Yes, she has the
She's gotta
smallest
be taller
icon.
than the pug. Yeah, right? Man, how big is Claudia?
I'm pretty sure Claudia's 4'8".
A
so
literal foot shorter.
Then,
It's fine. What we're contending here with is the size of Claudia's ego.
Okay, so I'm just kind of setting up what I want to have done here. Okay. Okay. With that, now they're a little bit more uniform. Okay, so you all take the stairs down to what was kind of the main clinic area. As you can, the area that you're sitting in, like you take the stairs down and it opens up into either a staircase going down further, or a what looks like a little waiting area. So there is like a set of like, it's a waiting area. There's a set of like benches that people can sit in that go to that branches out to the left and to the right to various exam rooms. There's also a pair of bathrooms, and it also goes further into the complex, which have their own set of rooms.
Thank you for listening to Hazeltown Story. If you would like to get updates on this show and many other shows hosted by me, LoloDePuzlo, you can follow at Hazeltown Story on Twitter, and if you would like to get to know me more from a personal standpoint, you can follow my personal Twitter at LoloDePuzlo. If you would like to watch this be recorded live, you can go to twitch.tv/LoloDePuzlo and follow the channel for notifications of when this show, as well as other shows like Retro Rank Rhapsody, are being recorded. If you would like to add this podcast to your podcatcher of choice, you can search for WLDP Hazeltown Radio and find us on most major podcatching search engines. Or you can manually add rss.hazeltown.life to your podcatcher. Thank you for listening, and I hope you come around for the next episode.